Away sa pera? Hindi pala. Nag-aaway ba kayo ng asawa mo tungkol sa pera ng business? Anak, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why every budget decision turns into a fight? Why do decisions about purchases, salaries, or savings feel so personal? Why do even small money choices trigger big emotions? And if you said yes to any of these, you are not alone. After 40 plus years of running different businesses, I've learned something important. Money fights are not always about money. They're about control, they're about trust, they're about unspoken expectations that neither of you has ever named. You think that the argument is about whether to buy a new equipment or not, pero underneath it's about who gets to decide, who gets consulted, who feels respected. You think you're disagreeing about salaries, pero actually it is about fairness, about recognition, about feeling valued for your contribution. Yung peso amounts nagbabago, pero the underlying issues stay the same. Kaya today, I want to share 5 red flags that show your money fights are about something deeper. This is to help you see what's really happening beneath the surface. Because anak, you cannot fix what you cannot name. Kaya pag-usapan natin yan. Red flag number 1. Sino ba ang boss dito? Are your money fights really about who makes the final call? Kung ganito rin kayo, hindi kayo nag-iisa. Tulad ng couple na kilala ko, na si Gary and Lisa, na merong glass and aluminum fabrication business together. Gary handles operations, kaya he's in the warehouse every day managing workers, checking quality. Lisa naman handles finances. He tracks cash flow, pays suppliers, manages the book. And one day, Gary wanted to buy a new glass cutting machine. And it was expensive. He said the old one was slowing production. Customers were waiting longer at kailangan talaga niya. But Lisa said no, cash flow was tight. They had receivable spending. In other words, bad timing ito. So nagalit si Gary. Bakit ikaw pa ang magdi-decide? Ako ang nasa production araw-araw. Alam ko ang kailangan. And Lisa fired back. Ako ang nagbabayad ng bills. Alam ko kung kaya o hindi. And that argument lasted for days. Hindi na sila nag-uusap, cold treatment na sa bahay at sa shop. But here is what they did not realize. The fight was not about the machine. It was about authority. Gary felt disrespected. Like yung kanyang expertise, parang it did not matter. But Lisa naman, she felt dismissed. Like her financial judgment was being ignored. Anak, ang lesson ay ito. When couples fight about spending, they are often fighting about decision-making power. Money just becomes the battlefield. Pero ang tunay na gera ay about control. Red flag number 2. Walang nagtitiwala sa isa't isa. Is the money argument actually about broken trust? Maybe you can relate to this couple. Lemuel and Ira own an office furniture business. One day, Ira discovered na si Lemuel had withdrawn 50,000 pesos from the business account without telling her, without discussing it. So nung nagtanong siya, Lemuel said, pinautang ko to sa kapatid ko. Utang na loob. Tinulungan naman niya tayo dati, di ba? Kaya kailangan nating tulungan siya ngayon. And Ira was really furious. Not because of the money itself, but because she found out by accident. Because she did not consult her. Because he made the big decision alone. Paano akong magtitiwala sa iyo kung ganyan? She said. Anong iba pa na hindi ko alam? And si Lemuel, he felt attacked. One time lang naman Bakit ang laki ng issue na to? But to Ira, it was not one time. It was proof. Proof that he could hide things. Proof that transparency was not guaranteed. Proof that their partnership had cracks that she could not see. So for months after, every final decision carried an edge. She questioned purchases she never questioned before. He felt what? He felt suspected. Soon, nabayaran na yung 50,000 pero yung trust hindi na bumalik. The lesson here is this. Hidden financial moves break trust faster than wrong financial moves. Kaya kapag ang pera ay nagiging secret, the relationship becomes a question mark. Red flag number 3. Hindi pantay ang sakripisyo. Are money fights actually about feeling unequal? Alam mo ba yung feeling na you're giving more than you are getting? Ganyan din nangyari sa isang couple, Charlie and Grace. They own an auto supply business. Charlie worked in the store full-time, morning and night, 6 days a week. Si Grace naman, she worked part-time because she also managed their kids and the household. So when bonus season came, Charlie announced he was giving himself a bigger cut. "I'm here every day. I sacrifice more, so I deserve more." And after hearing this, Grace got angry. "Sacrifice? Ako ang nagpapalaki ng anak natin para ikaw makatrabaho ng maayos. Wala bang value yon?" And the argument spiraled. Charlie and Grace did not understand the pressure of running the shop daily. Grace said Charlie did not see her invisible labor, and both felt undervalued. Both felt that their sacrifice was being ignored. The bonus conversation became a referendum on their entire partnership. Sino ba ang nagwo-work ng mas mahabang oras? Sino ba ang nagsasacrifice more? Whose contribution matters more? They never finished the conversation properly, and Charlie went on and took his bigger cut. Grace carried resentment. Every future money discussion had an invisible scorecard underneath. So what this teaches us is couples rarely fight about the exact peso amount. They fight about fairness, about recognition, about whether their partner truly sees what they bring to the table. Kaya dapat pag-usapan natin yan. Red flag number 4. Magkaiba kayo ng mindset. Are your money arguments about different ways of thinking? Marami akong nakakausap na ganito rin. Tulad nitong couple na si Andy at Nelia. They sell motor helmets and accessories. Si Andy, risk taker. He sees opportunities everywhere. Mag-loan tayo, expand tayo, mas malaki ang kita. He wants to grow fast even if it means borrowing heavily. Nelia, on the other hand, is conservative. He wants stability, emergency funds, walang utang. Ano kung malaki ang kita, kung malaki rin ang utang? Risk yan. So, every financial decision ay nagiging battlefield para sa kanila. Kailangan ba nila ng pangalawang branch? Andy said yes. Nelia said no. Too risky. Should they buy more inventory during peak season? Andy said all in. Nelia said slow down. Andy felt held back. Lagi na lang takot. Hindi tayo lalago kung ganyan. And si Nelia naman, she felt pressured. Puro ambisyon. Paano kung mag-fail? Sino ang magdudusa? Neither of them was wrong. They just had different money personalities, shaped by different experiences, different fears, different definitions of security. But they never talked about that. They only argued about the decisions themselves. So ano ang lesson? Kapag ang partners ay may iba-ibang money mindset, every financial choice becomes a values clash. The argument looks like it's about strategy, pero actually it's about identity. Iba-iba sila ng identity. Red flag number 5. May pinapatagal na sama ng loob. Is the money fight actually about old wounds? Hindi ka nag-iisa. Same thing happened to a couple na si Rochelle at si Dominic. Meron silang general merchandise business na dalawa ng branches at almost a decade na ang tagal nung kanilang business. 5 years ago, Dominic made a bad investment. He put business money into a friend's venture na nag-fail completely. They lost about 500,000 pesos. So, Rochelle forgave him. Talaga bang na-forgive? So, nag-move on na sila. The business recovered naman and things seemed fine. Pero 5 years later, Dominic proposed investing in a warehouse. Good location, good price, solid opportunity, but ayaw na ni Rochelle. Hindi pwede, sabi niya. So Dominic pushed back. Sabi niya, iba naman to. This makes sense. Look at the numbers. But Rochelle said, remember what happened last time you were sure about something? Remember who paid for your confidence? And there it was. 5 years of nakalibing na resentment surfacing in one sentence. Hindi pala totoo na nag-forgive na siya. She just stopped talking about it. Every new investment proposal reopened that wound. Every financial risk triggered that old fear. The warehouse opportunity passed, pero ang tunay na issue remained untouched. Anak, ito yung lesson. Old financial wounds don't heal just because time passes. Unprocessed resentment becomes a filter through which every future money decision will be judged. Tandaan ha, mahirap yan. Anak, I'm not giving you 5 steps to fix your money fights today because quick fixes don't work when the real issues are ganito kalalim. What I want you to see are the red flags behind every argument about budget, spending, or investment. Actually, mas malaki, mas malalim. Ano to? Control, trust, fairness, values, at saka old wounds. Yung yung peso sign, surface lang yun. Ang tunay na conversation ay dapat mas malalim. So this week, I challenge you. The next time you and your partner or spouse argue about money, pause. Ask yourself, ano ba talaga yung pinag-aawayan namin? Is it about control? Is it about trust? Is it about feeling unequal? About different values? About something that happened years ago? Name it, even if just to yourself. Because once makita mo yung tunay na issue, you are one step closer to actually addressing it. Tell me sa comments, which of these 5 red flags hit closest to home? What's really underneath your money arguments? Tandaan natin, that is how we can be business-minded Pinoy.